Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Binch Bros podcast. I am your host, Kiyo.
I'm your host, Sejun.
And welcome.
Dude, Kiyo, how have you been?
Good.
Let's hear about
Jesus. I don't know. It's been a wild ride over here for Kiyo in Kiyo land.
What's
not
the
really.
wildest thing?
It's kind of. Not really.
It's kinda?
Yeah. Been doing a lot of drag lately.
Nice.
I did 2 cosplays recently-ish, and they were thrown together within a few seconds, minutes, hours, and 1 full hour.
Okay.
At least.
Few seconds. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that's really fast.
Yeah. But I cosplayed as Umbreon, and then as Luke Skywalker, gender bent, because I really wanted to utilize the lightsaber that I bought years ago. Luke's lightsaber.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
How about you? You've been gone for about 2 months.
From the
podcast.
podcast, yes.
Yeah.
Since it's a monthly podcast.
I mean, like,
I've been back
that's
for-
also the same amount of time I haven't necessarily talked to you. I know I talked to you, like, yesterday.
I think we talked yesterday, yeah.
In the chat, but, like, still, that was still a while.
And we
either
talked
way.
when I was in Korea, I think.
Yeah. Did you bring your PS4?
Yeah. Yeah, I went on chat a few times.
Yeah.
But I mean, in Korea, when I was there, I didn't play too many video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the usual standard stuff. So last month wouldn't have been like great to talk about anyway, like because it was like Oh, I did want to bring something up actually because I did listen to the podcast. It was very funny and very good. I wanted to bring up about because you guys said on next month, Sejun will probably talk about the Blizzard thing. Like you did say that.
Oh, yes, that's
and, like,
right.
You guys really didn't like. I gotta say, not the best covering of that story.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to say anymore because it's like about like a lot of it. But look up like because I don't have like articles in front of me right now, and I don't want to misquote anything. Look up about Blizzard or about like. Just look up about the Hong Kong protest revolutions right now. First of all, not you. I'm talking like you too, but like the listeners. And then the story as related to video games is with Blizzard and this guy named Blitzchung, who won the Hearthstone championships. And then, but like this story is like bigger than video games. It's like the NBA is involved. It touches like. Like all American companies that are trying to get into China because that's the biggest market in the world, and the ethics of capitalism over human rights basically is what it's boiling down to. Like these companies are supporting a government that is not supportive of freedom.
Right.
But, they're trying to get that money. So, like, it's like a lot of people are against that, for good reason.
So it branched out of, like, into a whole bunch of other issues.
It definitely didn't start in video games. And it's not going to end in video games. But Blizzard definitely fell on the wrong side of this, like, story, And, like, they came across looking really bad. And in fact, I mean, I don't know. We haven't talked about this. We should have talked about this before. I'm pretty cool with not like covering Blizzard anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't think we did, but that's also okay.
Like, I don't have any like did I watch? I didn't watch BlizzCon, but like I like looked up stuff about it afterwards, and I was like, and then I saw the sentiment coming from BlizzCon. This was the interesting thing. Everyone who was like, there were so many people who were against Blizzard right before BlizzCon, and then after BlizzCon, people like, I'm not gonna even name the games, but some games were announced or shown off, and people were like, "Oh my god, this game looks great! Okay, cool, yeah, I'm back on board." And I was like, "Oh, you're back on board? Like, okay, that's pretty nasty, I think. I don't know. Whatever, you do you. But, like, I don't think I want to, like, cover that company anymore.
Okay.
You know? Well, at least, like, not for until I can sort out things and they sort out things. Because they didn't apologize properly. That was weird. They kind of... Did you see their apology?
No, I still haven't done any coverage on that still. But
at BlizzCon, they what's his name? I don't know his name. The guy with long hair, the like president or whatever.
Johnny Cho?
What?
Michael Cho.
No. He's a white man. But
okay.
he's like what was it? Brock? J. Allen Brock. That's his name or something. I could be wrong. He's like he spoke like, you know, on behalf of Blizzard and apologized. People are like, oh, Blizzard apologized. But in their apology, they didn't mention Blitzchung. They didn't mention China. Yeah. They didn't mention Hong Kong. They didn't mention anything. They just said, oh, we had a Hearthstone, you know, controversy or something like that. It was like really the worst. And they're just trying to brush it under the rug. And so, I don't know. Fuck them. I don't care. I don't care. I'm over it. I'm old. I can't even play their games anymore. So, you know, too fast. But fuck them. I hope they actually apologize at some point. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that story. I did want to touch upon that because I was thinking about that. Mm-hmm. But also, yeah, that's it. I don't know. How are you? Okay.
I'm doing good. Yeah. Doing well. I'm physically doing great because I lost a lot of pounds recently.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, like, that has nothing to do with video games, I know. But you were asking how it was.
Yeah, no. But when do we ever have anything to do with video games, man? It is totally fine.
But yeah, I mean, speaking of video games, I have played maybe 2 or 3 new ones. The third one is kind of like because I kind of just started it. But Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield.
Which one did you get?
Sword. I
got
got Sword.
Yeah, I would get Sword.
And I would have gotten Shield because Ponyta was in it, and I do like her whole look as well. But I mean,
Galarian, Ponyta, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's always gonna be one Pokemon or exclusives that I like about each of them. So like, whatever.
Honestly, I feel like you can get all the Pokemon, especially with our group of friends, which is like, you know, like 8 people who are playing Pokemon, you know, at once. Like, trust me, don't worry about not being able to get a Pokemon. Someone will get it and be able to give it to you. But I was
still thinking about that too, and I could, if I really didn't have any friends for some reason,
we were talking about you.
I could have got that double. I could have got that double, you know, Sword and Shield, and I could have just like, you know, traded with myself.
We were talking about you.
I don't think that's possible.
I think after you left the party, because someone said that you are trying to get every shiny version of every Pokemon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they were like, no, he's not. And then someone else was like, yeah, he is. And then they like looked at your profile and they were like, holy shit. Like, it's like, because there's like, what, 400 Pokemon? Like,
yeah,
and a shiny, shiny is really hard to get.
It's called Living Pokedex. So that's basically what that is.
Tell me this. Are you going to get a shiny for each version of Alcremie?
No, fuck that. That's gonna be something I'm considering maybe later. I think for sure I'm just gonna get a shiny of like the previous version and then the Alcremie for sure. But the toppings don't. I feel like the toppings is the only thing that changes, right? Right?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't think I am because fuck that. Because that is too many combinations and too many ways to get them. I mean, if I have to, I'll cheat it in. If at that point.
At that point,
that is literally going to be years down the line. I'm going to get these ones legitimately like I have been. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, why not? Why not get every shiny? I tried doing that for Let's Go, Pokemon Go. And I got like halfway there. Mm-hmm. It's like 57 out of 150 Pokemon or something. Nice. That I got. So, I mean, whatever, it's fine.
Nice.
and there's different ways to get shinies. But that's pretty much what I'm doing. I already completed the Pokédex. I already got my shiny charm, and I don't know. I basically already started my journey, and I already have 3 shiny Pokemon to my name. Bam.
Nice.
That's it.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm glad you're. It's like pulling you in this game. Like it's really into you.
Well, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu like kind of already pulled me in anyways with the shiny stuff because it was easy, really easy. Because all you have to do is just chain up to 31 and then just wait for a shiny to pop up. And I know it sounds like silly or whatever, but I pretty much take the whole idea of shiny hunting as like fishing, as like an old man in the future or whatever.
No, I get it. My dad
it takes
used to
hours
fish.
or whatever.
Yeah, or maybe he still does. I'm not sure, but like, I don't find that very interesting. But like, I also like, you know what? You should get this. Ready? You're gonna be shocked. So I played a bunch of games, right? I played.
Okay. Then the past 2 months. That's a lot.
And I liked them, and they were good, you know. And usually when I like a good game and I beat it, I look at the trophies and I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this, you know. And I go for like a platinum, right? I beat Jedi Fallen Order. Good game. Like that's a really fun game. I looked at the trophy list afterwards, and they're all doable. It's very doable trophies. Yeah. And I was like, nah. Isn't that weird?
Oh, right, weird, because right? you always do that. You always go for the platinums.
But I mean, like Indivisible, I beat that game. I got the platinum while I was playing it. That was like not hard to do. You know what I mean? It was like I don't know. Like I think it was just like when you do just the things that you're doing, like you get it. You know what I mean? Like like if you do like the side content, you know, if you don't like if you mainline the story, you won't get the platinum. But like if you like do all those character stories or whatever, then you do. And so that was easy. But like with Jedi Fallen Order, it was like, oh, find all the data logs hidden on all these planets, you know. And I'm like, I could, not going to though. Like you know, like I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's like this game. I don't know. This game like runs kind of bad on my PS4 basic, you know. Like so like. That's not great. So it's gonna like load. You know, I'm gonna have to sit through load times. I don't need to like do that. But yeah, I don't know. So like that's like.
But it was still good, even you had those performance issues.
Yeah, the game's like pretty good. So if you have a PS4 Pro or like a PC, I don't know if it's on PC. It probably is, right?
I don't know, but if it is,
actually.
Anything's gonna be better than consoles.
There's mods. There's a mod that makes him look like Joe Jonas or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think people don't like that poor guy. Whatever. But like, I think people are like, oh, I don't want to be this guy, so I want to be Joe Jonas. But
okay.
But anyway, what is it? Yeah, it's a good game. It's like I think it's like what Sekiro is like, the combat. Like you know, I think it's very similar to Sekiro in combat, and then
okay,
you know, the rest of the game is very much like Prince of Persia. Remember Prince of Persia?
Oh yeah. Or wall running.
Yeah, but also the levels are kind of like Metroid, you know, where like you'll be like, oh, I can't open this box yet, or I can't get to this area yet. You know, I'll come back, or I can't swim underwater yet. But you could see that there's like loot under the water. You know, like you could see there's like stuff you could pick up, but you can't like go underwater. You're like, oh. I'll come back probably, you know.
Yeah,
and that was really fun to do. I did do that stuff, you know. I beat the game and got most of the shit. I just didn't get everything, you know.
Yeah,
but it's fun. Yeah, the combat's good. Combat's like probably the best part. Yeah, there was some weird like slowdown, and like here's the thing: you would run, right? Because like there's not fast travel. You would run to like one area. And you're like beelining there, and it's like a different section of the game, right? And it hadn't all loaded in yet, so like the door would open, and you would just see like a skybox, and then like you walk out onto the skybox because there's like collision geometry, but the level hadn't loaded in yet, and then the level loads in, but the enemies also load in later, so there's enemies behind me shooting me now. You know what I mean? Like weird little, like
delays.
Yeah, that was annoying. I don't like stuff like that. But like most of, I mean, like it's not like unplayable on PS4, but it does make me go kind of like, shit, they're really making games not for this console anymore. They're making it for the Pro and like for PC.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like this console is just old now, so like I have to like I hope Last of Us 2 is better than, you know, in terms of visual fidelity and performance. Yeah, like,
for older.
because I'm not gonna
PS4s.
buy a PS4 Pro. You know, like I'm
Just buy PS4, PS5. Buy the PS5 when that comes out.
maybe.
You'll be saving money. You'll be saving money.
Yeah,
for those who
yeah. If I get
Pro.
another PlayStation, it'll be PlayStation 5 instead of PlayStation 4 Pro. But like, because I mean, like, why? Like, I'm so late into the console.
Why upgrade?
How much time do I have left in this cycle anyway?
Yeah, I mean, like, even with me, like, I was thinking about, because, like, ever since the whole Borderlands 3 situation where it's, like, for consoles, like, specifically Xbox, because I don't have the Xbox One X, and I have the old version, like, my performance for sure fell so hard in the very beginning of, you know, pre-patch, day one update. Like, it was pretty bad. Now it's not as bad. I think they optimize it pretty well on Xbox One, but if I had an Xbox One X, it would have been better. But yeah, it doesn't make sense for me to upgrade now when the next Xbox, you know, console is going to come out.
No, that's weird. But
which I have no idea on those. I think I heard that PS5 is coming out at some point, like next year or something.
A couple other games I played, real quick. I played one.
Yeah.
One I played in one sitting with Timmy. It was called like Mech something. It was Mech something like Mectastrophe or something like that. It was like it's, you know, Contra. Do you know Contra, right?
I know of Contra. Yes.
Yeah. So it plays like Contra, except it's only boss fights, and they're these giant mechs. And I played on the Switch. It was really fun. That was good. Very challenging. Like challenging from the get-go, and then it keeps getting challenging, you know?
Kind of sounds like Cuphead. Not so much like just boss fights, but...
Yeah. Very similar. Looks totally... Like, it's very much a slower paced than Cuphead, I think. I would say Cuphead's, like, very fast-paced, you know?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like, this is more like you're not as in constant danger. I mean, it's still tough, and you are in danger a lot, you know, constantly.
Yeah.
But, like... I don't know. It's like Cuphead's really, you know, like fast. And then, so it's kind of like, I got that bullet hell sort of thing. The final boss in that game is garbage. The last two bosses I don't like, actually. But we beat it. That was fun. I would recommend that game. Played through that one. And then I also played Indivisible. I mentioned that game. That's probably my favorite game that I played within this last month.
That's the same game from Skullgirls, I think.
Yeah, Lab Zero. Lab Zero is the name of the company, and they made Indivisible. It's a RPG, like a party based RPG, but it plays like a Valkyrie profile. And it's like this 2D platformer when you're in the exploring
overworld?
There's like exactly, there's like no overworld, right? Like every like dungeon or level is like you have fast travel and stuff when you get stuff later, and then there's like, you know, you get a ship later and you can travel to different ports, but like it's cool the way they do it. It's like it's a platformer, and it's like a real platformer, like Guacamelee or something, you know. It's like it's not like you can make like certain jumps early, actually, like I did, like, but like there was nothing there yet because they don't give it to you yet. Like there's like like eventually you'll get like the ability to get anywhere, you know, when you beat the game or later in the game. But like as you're playing it, it's like, you know, I can make it up here, but I can't break that wall down yet, you know. And then later you'll get like an ability that lets you get through that wall, and it's like it's interesting. It's kind of annoying in a way, because like in a way it's interesting because it's like it's not just like, oh, use this on this wall. It's like here's an example. You get this ability to like break down walls when you run, and it takes you like a second of running to like get the boost, right? So it's like you run, you run a certain distance and then boost kicks in, right? Yeah. Then later you get an ability to keep the boost when you're jumping off of walls. So in order to break this wall, you have to, jump off a wall like Ninja Gaiden or Metroid where you jump on one wall and bounce off, But so you have to keep the boost while you're doing that to hit the wall at the top and break that, right? Mm-hmm. But that's like that's easy. It's like you get used to it. It becomes easy, but it is like still like precision. You gotta like especially because they only give you like a tiny little like platform to start running, so you have to run from the edge of it, and then so it is kind of annoying in that way where you're like, I just want to pick up the secrets in this area. I'm just trying to break that wall down.
Don't you have me go through all this rigmarole?
But I mean, it's not like super intense platform. It isn't like Guacamelee where that game gets like really intense and fun. But like you only have to do it once in Guacamelee, and this one it's like this is traversing the world. So like you're like,
it's just required.
Yeah, but like overall, dope game, beautiful art, like really pretty art. It's interesting. I didn't like the main character for a good majority of the game.
Wow.
She makes you mad, like, because she's like very stubborn and hot-headed, and I'm just like disagreeing with her. She's just like, people are like, hey, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't do this. Like, you don't know why they're doing this. Like, do you think this is like, we probably shouldn't be doing this? She's like, no, it's good. I'm right. Like, we're doing this. I'm saving the world. This is good. And you're just like, oh no, like clearly, like, God, you're such a brat, But then, like, as you play through the game, like, people grow, and it's really nice. It's a cool story.
It's kind of hard. I feel like that's kind of a hard. That's a really not tough decision.
There's no choices in the game. You don't like, it's one of those RPGs where like the story just moves along,
Well, I meant for like tough decision for like the company to have it as being a bratty character for such a long time until later that character develops into someone you actually like. That's where I'm going towards.
I do like that. Like, I think it's cool because overall I think it works out. I could see a lot of people with less patience being turned off by it, but like, well, whatever. It's not for them then.
I think I think I'd still push through it, especially if it's something that we had to do as for our podcast, obviously. But like, I wouldn't.
The combat
system. The art is still good. If the combat system's still good, like I don't think that would matter too much.
Gameplay wise, I think this game is like,
it keeps you there.
Tops. It's so cool. Like the combat system is like really so basically how it works is like the higher number your combos are, like the more like hits you're doing, the more damage you will do. So like you want to like kind of hit with like the heavier attacks at the end of combos, right? Because you want to build up and like, and so it gets really fun because you can like this one character, this optional companion. There's like 20 companions you can get, by the way. You can throw into your party.
I mentioned this before.
Yeah, they're fun, but like there's one Phoebe. She has this air grab. It's like a she could hit like air opponents that are in the air with this air grab and do like massive damage to them. But like in order to launch them up, like it'll cost everyone has like the same amount of actions, but like it's like if you're using her to launch an enemy up and then jumping up and grabbing that enemy, it's like you're only getting that heavy damage like once or twice, right? Whereas if you use a different character to launch this character up, you can combo and have her do that attack like 4 times or whatever. And it's like, I don't know, it's like there's like interesting like thoughts like that. Like I didn't keep her in my part, like she wasn't part of my main thing forever, but like she was for a good chunk. But like I don't know, it's cool. You got like you get a lot of like good like combo dynamics and juggles and stuff. And then some enemies like get healed by like your heal, like you have certain characters who do the healing mechanics in the game are really cool. Like I just want to say that like like most interesting, like, because in video games you usually have a healer character and it's like
Yeah, like
heal.
RPGs for sure.
Yeah, no, like you got two healer characters in this game, and they're both different as hell. One is they have like a mortar and pestle, like a for grinding.
Like the bowl and
yeah. But it's gigantic, right? And so they're non-binary, which I thought was cool. I don't think I've ever seen a non-binary.
Both the healers.
No, just the one. Just this one. But I don't think I've ever seen a non-binary character in a video game yet. I'm sure they exist.
There might be one. There might be like some, but maybe not like as like. I mean that non-binary character sounds like they are. It's like they say they're non-binary.
Well, I mean, they didn't say it. I just realized it over time because like as I was playing, like no one's. I know it's a sidetrack, but I think it's really cool representation.
No, I love this.
Yeah, and I was just like, you're just playing it, and they're at first there's two there. It's the character is ginseng.
Yeah,
and the characters are usually referred as ginseng and honey because there's another like little root character that hangs out on ginseng's backpack named Honey. And so people say they a lot about ginseng and honey. So at first, I literally like, it doesn't really cross your mind because there's two of them.
They're talking about
so you're
ginseng
thinking
and
they,
honey, not ginseng,
or
honey.
As the game goes on, I realized, they didn't say, and I'm not sure because they're pretty like gender neutral in terms of design too. You can't tell if it's a boy or a girl, and so at first in your mind, I don't know, what you're supposed to take from it. But then like, I think at a certain point I was like, I think they're non-binary because I don't think I've ever heard them referred to by a pronoun yet. And then later, there's one line with their parents where their dad is like, hey, like, come by with my kid. I want to see them, And I was like, that's cool. Like, there it is. There's that, like...
I want to see them.
Yeah. But it wasn't like, I don't know. It didn't feel... I don't know. I don't know if it's me. Like, I liked it. I appreciated it.
I would love it if that's like canon. And
I think it is. It is for sure canon because they did look it up. But, like...
Yeah.
I think the way they did it was pretty cool. But I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Because it wasn't obvious and it wasn't like something the character said. It's just who they are.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And no one really comments on it. It's not like part of the theme or, there's no like, or I mean, there's no like, it's not like a thing in the game. It's not anything. But I thought that was cool.
That is cool. Yeah. Because like, there's non-binary people in our world and they coast the strings of life with us as well too. So, I don't know.
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
I was trying to say I was trying to do like something, but like I don't know.
But anyway, back to that character.
That is cool.
Because I want to talk about their healing mechanic because it's so interesting. So they have an attack where they take the mortar and pestle. And they like grind. They grind the enemy. Right. They run up and they grind the enemy. And then that stacks up to 3 times. Every time you grind them, you get a stack. And then when you get 3 stacks, you can toss the heals out from the grinded enemy to heal your party. So that's how their healing works.
They do a damage heal kind of thing.
Yeah, in order to do more healing, you have to do more damage first. So you instead of grinding once and healing, you grind it like 3 times and then you heal and then you get a bigger heal.
Oh, I see.
So that's a pretty cool healing mechanic. But then there's another character later, Dorani. She does water-based attacks and she has projectiles. Like she can shoot water like at flying enemies or whatever. You can hit flying enemies with her. Yeah. Or if they're on the ground, she does this like heavier damage like splash, right? Like where it splashes you with kind of like a mini waterfall. Yeah. But this leaves puddles on the ground, right? And then she has a move where she can activate her puddles. So if there's a bunch of puddles and then they're active, now these puddles are activated. If enemies are touching the puddles, it does damage to them. But if your character is touching the puddle, it heals them. It's a little trickier. But what you do is you make a puddle and then you send your other character to run in, And as they're running in, you activate the puddle, and then they touch the puddle and they get healed at the same time, you know?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Nice little mechanics. And that's pretty cool because I always like healers that aren't just like Mercy where they just stand on the side and like heal and that's all they do. It sounds like they also do attacks and they just have different mechanics on healing, which is cool.
I thought like there was a lot of cool stuff to mess around with, like buffs and I think there's this one musician character that you could unlock. Ooh. I didn't mess around with her too much, but everyone has like the same amount of action points except she only gets one action point, but it's a song. Like she plays a song, and I think it like and depending on how you play it, it'll give your party like a attack buff or something. But I don't know. I didn't mess with that as much because if like it's gonna eat up a slot of our party to have someone doing buffs and debuffs, I'm just gonna throw in someone who can do attacks.
Yeah, but what if she was able to give you an extra like attack thing though?
If she gave like my heaviest hitter even heavier like damage, then like double the damage or something, then it's like that'd be worth it. But like I don't.
I'm sure there's something like in there that character has mechanically that would enhance it like that similarly. But yeah, I mean, either way, it sounds like if you bring that companion in, you have to learn their mechanics. And I mean, I just take it you probably just take one character and just learn them the entire way through your playthrough or something. But I don't know.
Blocking is another cool thing. Yeah, because most RPGs you just have to take the hit, like turn-based RPGs.
Yeah.
So this game kind of has like an active time battle thing, right? Where it's like you use up your turns, but then like your turns can come back, and the enemy like turns come whenever they come, If you block, if it's the enemy's turn and you hit the attack, like each character is mapped to a face button, right? Square, triangle, X, and circle. Like, because you have 4 party members at a time. So, like, let's say they're attacking the person that's mapped to triangle. If you tap triangle at the right time the enemy's hitting you, and you do a perfect block, you don't take any damage and you heal a little bit.
Oh, cool.
But enemies have different, like, attack timings, So sometimes they'll just hit you once. Sometimes they'll hit, like, a like...
Yeah.
And so you have to, like, time the parries. It's good.
Yeah.
Or you can just hold it down, take less... Like, because if you miss a parry, you'll take damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you hold down block, you'll just take less damage.
Yeah.
And it'll eat up your meter.
So you have to choose between comfort or skill versus, like, I don't know.
It's a really cool mix of a fighting game, an turn-based RPG, a fighting game, and a platformer, and a Metroidvania. Which is weird, because Star Wars is also like a mix of like, Souls-like and like Prince of Persia. I mean, I'm playing these weird like mixed games recently.
Yeah, I think that's basically what games are gonna be, and I hope they are gonna be this way anyways. Just make sure you make a good mix. But I feel like that's what it's gonna be from now on. Is like these good mixes of video games.
Like you think all games are gonna be like that, or you think like
for the most part, yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I think there's still like a
look at Pokemon. I'm kidding. Pokemon's the same.
Yeah, Pokemon's just an RPG.
Pokemon's literally the same. They just changed some of the mechanics of specifically shiny hunting. Shiny hunting is
but that's like there's no
like it's still all the same.
There's no mechanic from like a different genre in Pokemon. There's no like fighting game mechanics or shooter mechanics really,
No, I mean it's still all turn based, but no, they didn't implement anything new.
I'm thinking there's tons of video games out there that have like a leveling up progression system that's like not an RPG, right? Like action games. Yeah. So yeah, there's that for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. Indivisible. I need is it on Switch? Because if it is, I'll pick it up on there.
I think so.
Another thing added to my list of other games I've got to download or get eventually.
There's a game I've been wanting, and I'll buy a Switch for it if it comes out. I don't think it's gonna. Do you know Odin Sphere?
No.
Or Dragon's Crown?
Dragon's Crown.
Okay, Vanillaware. They're one of my favorite, like, they make 2D video games, like adventure games or side-scrolling platformers, that sort of thing. Okay. And they're so good. And they made one that I played on the PS Vita. Yes, PS Vita. Called Muramasa, the
really
Demon's Blade. Dude, I might buy a Vita TV for this if it's cheap enough. But like, I have it on my Vita. It's such a good video game, and I've loved it forever. And then they they could release it on Steam or on Switch. You know what I mean? Like, but because it's only been on Vita. You know what I mean? I really hope they do, because it's like their best game, in my opinion. Like Muramasa the Demon Blade, or Muramasa Rebirth is what it was called. It's Vanillaware's best game. Like, that might be controversial because a lot of people like Odin Sphere, but I like it more. And oh my god, I would love to play through it again, and I would buy a Switch for it if it came out on Switch.
Okay, Odin Sphere.
No, Muramasa.
Okay.
Muramasa.
Well, Rebirth. If it ever does, let's do it. I don't know. It would. I don't know. That's I'll look it up too. I don't know that game at all.
Yeah,
but dope. That's cool. It's that and Bayonetta 3, right?
I'm getting a Switch when Bayonetta 3 gets announced. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna rebuy Bayonetta 1 and 2 because I bought that for Wii U.
Yeah, no, you don't have to.
Yeah.
I could have swore it came out on Switch though for a bundle thing too, but
dude, I did there's these blood beats. They're like trophies in Bayonetta.
Yeah,
I did every one of them on the Wii U version. We got every single unlock you could get in that game.
You're really into it.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite. It's definitely one of my favorite series of all time.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's fun, especially now. I'm really into sexy, independent female leads. Oh my god, I love her so much. She's an icon. Another game that I played recently. Again, I didn't touch too much, but I finally touched Sinking City.
Yeah.
With my friend Isaki, and we initially went in there, and I was just gonna try watching him play, but then he was like, "I'm over this. I can't," because it's one of those games where it's like a detective game, and you have to place your waypoints when you pick up the quest, because you pick up all these clues, and they basically tell you where to go. Mm-hmm. And the map of the area shows you the streets and everything. Mm-hmm. And where you need to go to collect these items. They usually say what streets and whatever are they at, and then you have to just go from there and find all these things, or find out where you need to go for that quest. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Just so far, just doing the side quest for that one, in which I actually found the Necronomicon and all the other Cthulhian? No. What is it called again? Eldritch Lovecraftian books or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was still pretty fun. Just even finding it and putting my own marker for the quest.
You enjoy that sort of stuff.
Was pretty fun. Yeah. It was okay, cool. Oh, it's over here at a windmill, and it's near where the bloody where a massacre happened to be at, or something, or a hospital, or a brothel, or
what
something.
Is it? Games have been doing that more recently. Even Ubisoft games, mm-hmm. I think Odyssey did that. I have no time for this, but since you enjoy it, that's cool. But
I'm surprisingly enjoying it a lot.
The whole, I don't think instead of just showing up on your mini map, you can be oh yeah, there's the stables over there, about 2 houses over from the stables, you'll find your man, and then
I think that is kind of lazy programmers in a way, because it's we're not going to do this. We'll just let the players do this and put their own markers and go find it or whatever. But obviously, that's
no way. No, it's because
it's part of the game.
I feel like it's harder because now you have to be specific, instead of being because in other video games it'd be oh, he lives over there. And then it's add it to your waypoint, and then you just get the house.
Highlighting through walls and going a full.
Which you're right. That does suck, but I like the option because I don't have the patience to be
I think that should be in there because my friend was I am not into this at all. I don't have the time to figure it out. But I also understand that too, because
But I mean, for a game like that, where that's the purpose of the Sinking City, that's the mood. That makes sense.
And there's the other thing too, which the main story, when he was going through the main story, there was a section where I saw online, or not online, on another game, I think Sherlock Holmes or whatever, where it's like once you start picking up all these clues and you have like these evidence and people, it's like a web kind of thing.
Yeah.
And basically, you have to like associate each of the things, each of the people with each other, with the evidence or the weapons or whatever, and then you have to make a conclusion whether or not, like, what things are. And that's like the detective portion. Yeah, and I think that's actually what it's called in the game. Actually, I think it's called Mind Palace.
I remember that game. Like, was it Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishment or something? I remember.
Yeah, well, actually, no. In this game too, it's called Mind Palace. Well,
it's Sinking City. Because same people. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense then. Yeah,
that's so funny. Yeah, no, yeah. This is their.
So stupid.
This is the. In fact, like, yeah, people were like, I remember that was one of the things, like, because those games, those Sherlock Holmes games, have like a pretty cult following, you know, like of people who like those games. Because they're crazy and fun in a weird way. Yeah, but like, yeah, they same developer. Pretty sure.
Well, it definitely makes me want to pick up Sherlock Holmes games first of all, and then Murder right now as I was just thinking about it. And sorry, ignore that. And Murder, which is a Square Enix game, I think.
Murdered Soul Suspect?
Yeah, isn't that the same thing too, or no?
I played a bit of that on a stream a long time ago.
Oh, is it not anything like it?
What is that game like? It's
well, that's what I thought
it would be. Sort of like a detective game. Yeah, I didn't have too much interest in it, but like, you might like it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So there's that, and that's what I was thinking about.
Murder.
That's what I was thinking about right now. And then there's another one that Isaki mentioned, like recommended to me while I was playing it, and we were kind of done for that session. Was We Are People? We the People?
Okay.
I think or something. I think apparently that's similar to that's a similar detective style kind of game too. Or like at least wave point figuring out thing.
Okay. Wait. Is it the one with the masks?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What is that game called? Is it called We the People?
Isn't it We the People?
Or no, I know what you're talking about. The one with the masks. That game also lost. Like, I found out it was like a crafting like.
Oh yeah.
Like it's
there is crafting in this game too, because like, it's kind of a weird. There's combat in this game too.
When I saw the trailer for We the People or whatever it's called, I don't remember the name right now. But
I'm trying to look it up right now. But yeah.
When I saw that trailer, the first time, I remember, and it was like an Xbox exclusive. I was really jealous because I thought it was like BioShock. I thought, which like I don't love BioShock, but like those types of games aren't what I dislike. I just didn't like that one. But I was like, oh, this might be like a BioShock game I like a lot. And then because it had this
Happy Few.
We Happy Few. It is, yeah. You just had We the People stuck in my head. And
I know. I'm sorry.
Anyway, We Happy Few. It has such a cool aesthetic style. I love it. It's like
for sure. It looks so creepy.
Like, yeah, like mod
scary.
60s, but like also like very like dystopian and like I love it. But then when I found out what the actual gameplay loop and game was like, I was like, oh, that's not for me. That sucks. That really sucks that this
because it aesthetically looks really cool.
Yeah,
and like
it's a bummer, man. I mean, it's like Vanillaware's
that's
new
gonna
game.
Be great for me.
13 Sentinels, you know. I told you I love Vanillaware's aesthetic, you know.
Yeah,
their newest game that they're gonna come out with 13 Sentinels. I've looked into it, and I saw the gameplay, and I was like, oh, that's not for me. That really sucks. Well, that really sucks because it's so aesthetically beautiful, and I love their games, but it's just like tactical, like grid-based mecha thing. Which like is wireframes and shit, and I was like, oh, that's like very busy. Like there's so much going on. I can't play that.
Tactical sounds interesting. Is like a group of people kind of thing, or I'm trying to remember what?
No, I think it's like
Civilization. Oh, okay, never mind.
No, but yeah, We Happy Few. We the People. I like. I know.
Yeah,
title.
Sorry.
There should be a game called We the People. Yeah. It should be about like starting America or something. You know, like I don't know, like writing the Constitution.
Yeah. That'd be funny. But that's a game I played recently. For sure, The Sinking City. I want to get back into it. I'm trying to, because like since Isagi has it, I want to try to. I have to go to his place to play it. And he's very busy, so it's usually one time out of the week, so it's gonna be hard for me to like.
That sucks. Yeah, you should.
But it's fine.
Get it. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you like playing
I'm
it
thinking
like?
about it.
I guess
Well,
like
initially we
a
were supposed to
group
play it
thing?
together, but like, yeah, that's pretty much what we had it set for, anyways. So we'll see. But other than that, you kind of reminded me. You said tactical. I mean, I should
Yeah.
have figured this out before, anyways. There was one other game that I played recently that I went pretty hard in as well, which is Three Houses.
The Fire Emblem game.
Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Nice.
really love that game too.
Yeah. Did you beat it? You like finished
I haven't
all the
finished
campaigns
it.
or whatever?
I haven't finished it. Ever since Pokemon came out, I kind of dropped it for sure.
Yeah,
but I went pretty far. I think I'm actually pretty close at the end for the first portion of what I of where I'm at. But I'm loving it. I'm loving my characters, the kids. I'm taking care of them, making sure they don't die.
Yeah.
I think there was one instance where like one of them did, and I said fuck that, and I like hot closed it and kind of save scummed.
I think
but,
you can play it on a mode where they don't die.
If
you're gonna do that anyway, like,
no, well, it's because like the situation where I was at, I didn't understand why I kept dying or whatever. Because for some reason it didn't. That person didn't want to die and always killed one of my characters. But then when I restarted that battle again, it said either do this or do this other thing, which I did the other thing. I didn't realize that other thing was an option, and I was like,
Gotcha.
oh, okay, so I'll just do that one. And I was like, oh, oops. So,
but yeah, you dug it. That's a good game.
Yeah, it's really good, and
Yeah, people.
yeah,
love that
I
game.
definitely want to go back into it and play every nook and cranny of that game because it's fun. It is actually fun. I love it.
Yeah, that's a series I've always like. That's always been tangentially in my sphere, just because like I like anime and shit, whatever. So like,
Oh yeah,
that's always like floating around there, but it's like I'm also
It's
not
a lot of
huge
time.
on like tactical like I don't know like give me a core cast of like 7 protagonists in a running dungeons like Persona or something, and I'm like I'm there for that day one. But like
there's just 8 in this one.
no, but there's like
When you go through.
like 40 people,
Well, yeah, for sure. When
That's
you
what
play
I'm
it again,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
At a time, it's like 8, but like overall, it's like 40.
Yeah,
or something.
and
Yeah.
it's like you could develop bonds with each one. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
too much. I can't do that.
Persona's the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, what
but
are you talking
Persona's
about?
like- God,
talk-
yeah,
not
Persona's
only-
fucking annoying too. I don't want to. I'm not gonna play
What are
Persona
you
Royale.
talking about?
Like when
What
I
are you
think
talking
about when I
about?
think about Persona Royale, I'm like I spent like 120 hours in Persona 5. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
play like a deluxe upgraded version of that game. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like
which
just
speaking
to
of,
get
I think,
like Kasumi or whatever. Like no.
yeah.
I should have just waited and not played Persona 5 and played
I know,
Persona
yeah.
5 Royale later. Like I'm still burnt out from Persona 5. That was like
And
3
yeah,
years
it's been
ago
years.
or something.
Yeah, it's been 3 years. Which
crazy.
I need to. I'm hoping to look up on the PlayStation Store for Iceborne, a sale for Iceborne on Friday because Black Friday. Hopefully, cross my fingers that
Look
it's
it
going to be
up.
on
Look
sale.
it up. Yeah, I hope it is. You should
yeah,
get
'cause-
that game. That game's really cool. You should
I
get
know.
it now because you're gonna miss the Resident Evil event if you don't like get it soon.
It's fine. I mean, it'll come back around next year. I mean, I'm already missing so much anyway. So
I don't know the event. It's not like they'll have it for the festivals. I'm sure they have all the events on the festivals.
yeah.
Which is cool.
But yeah, I want to get that. I want to get Iceborne. I want to get Persona 5 Royale. I don't think it's coming out for Switch, right? Was that not a thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I'm kind of like really focused on Switch right now as my main console. But and then what's it called? There's like one other game, Dragon Quest 11. That's the other game. 11. That's the only other one. Which again, these games are long,
Massive,
games.
yeah.
But I mean, it's fine, I guess.
Dude, speaking of a massive game I've been playing recently,
What's that?
I've been playing Death Stranding.
That forgot you got that. I do want to play that game too.
Yeah, that game is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what Kojima was talking about this game before it came out, right?
Yeah.
He was like, people are like, "Oh, what type of game is it? Like, what genre is it?" He's like, I'm not quoting him directly, but I'm trying to. He said something like, "It's a new genre. It's a open strand game or social strand game," and people were like, "All right, dude, like what the fuck?" And like, so I'm like thinking, oh yeah, it's gonna be like some third person adventure game, right?
Yeah.
It's
it's
a social strand game.
Okay.
It is so weird.
Kojima.
Okay, so like this is why it's weird, right? Because it's like this isn't spoiling the game because I haven't beaten it or anything. You know, I'm just making my way through it. I put in a good amount of hours in it. I'm gonna go back and finish the rest of it.
Can you say how much hours or
so far that I've played? I probably played like 10 or 15.
Okay.
I'm on like
that's
chapter 3. I think there's like 5 or so chapters, I think.
Okay.
But like,
yeah.
But I mean, like, I think I'm not sure. I have no idea. I'm trying to not look into it. But like,
right? No, I don't think you should. Yeah.
Yeah. The interesting thing is like when you start the game. So I'll tell you what the main gameplay loop is. At least what I think it is. You get orders to deliver packages, and so you carefully trek terrain, making sure not to fall and slip by having balance, and you deliver packages. That's the main gameplay loop. You get an order, they give you a package or multiple packages, you put them in your backpack or strap them to your body, and then you try to get to the other place in the shortest amount of time without breaking packages.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's the whole game. Yeah, that is the whole game. But it gets absurd because it's like you get more and more packages, and then you get like these monsters that appear that will try and fuck you up. There's like hazards to even climbing this is too steep, but I have to go around, but that'll take me too long. You know, stuff like that happens. Yeah. And like, so first, like, I don't know, I want to say like 5-6 hours, you're just like, fuck, like this is hard, you know, this is like a brutal game, even though it's just delivering packages, you know? And like, and then, so there's this aspect of the game, the story of the game, the theme of the story is your character has a mission to reconnect America. America's all divided, you know, and you're going from place to place, putting all these different places onto this network, the chiral network, they call it, right?
Yeah.
So
Chiral?
Chiral.
Okay.
So you're bringing every like district and state, the United Cities of America, you're trying to reunite them again, you know? Mm-hmm. And like you're bringing them onto the chiral network. And then as you're playing, this is what you see. Once you bring them onto the chiral network, you start seeing structures that other players have made in your game. So it's really, or just stuff like, you know, like your motorcycles, right? You drive motorcycles in the game or like trucks, good. Right? Like you can get those, but like they run on batteries, right? And then so you can like put down a generator, like a power generator that recharges batteries. Okay. But cool. Like you'll be driving a motorcycle. If you're on the chiral network, you'll see someone else's generator that someone else put down. And then you go over there and you start spamming you start giving them likes. Yeah. Like Facebook likes or whatever. Yeah, and then the more likes they get, the more progression they get. So the more likes you get on your structures, the more progression you get. You get to carry more. You get to build more stuff. It becomes this weird loop of like positivity, lifting everyone up.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So if you do something that is very productive for not only yourself but for others, and you get those likes from others, it levels up your character.
So this is exactly. So this is the thing. So it's like, you know,
so you're rising being tide for doing something that helps others essentially. In a way.
A rising tide lifts all boats or whatever, right? Like there's this road. I built this road. Like it took so much resources.
Sorry, a road?
It's a road. There's a road. Like there's these machines that just like make roads. These auto pavers, right? And and they cost a ton of resources. I went in and I dumped in every resource I had. I went and got more resources, dumped it in. It wasn't enough, but I put it in a shit ton. And I was like, oh, fuck. Well, that's as much as I could do. Left the game, came back. It was finished because everyone else had chipped in too. Everyone else had dumped in their stuff. And then, but you also get credit for it. So every
I
time
see.
someone uses my road, I get credit for it. Or if someone likes my road, I also get credit for it. I'm sure everyone else does too who chipped in. And like, so we're all getting the benefits of this road. And the road, like, you know, is so helpful because there's like rocky terrain all over the way. You know, it's like your motorcycle's going to bump into rocks if you try to go that way.
That is so fun.
It's so dope. It's
That's
fucking
so cool.
crazy, man.
That is awesome. I love that.
It's a different type of video game. You know what I mean? It really is like a different, weird game. I want to play
it even more now.
It's so weird. It's got like the weirdest product placement all over the place. Like Monster Energy. Like like he's just like drinking Monster Energy, like super realistic cans of Monster Energy. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And then like, or like when you go to a bathroom, like, so you have a private room, and in the room you can go to a bathroom and pee or poop or shower. And if you do those things, you get different like grenades that you can use. Like, they take your pee or poop or your dirt from your body.
Oh, I think I've heard of this.
Yeah, and they make these grenades that you can use to like throw at the monsters because they hate your bodily fluids. So it like affects them, you know? And then like, but while you're pooping, an ad for Norman Reedus' show, The Walking Dead, just shows up on the bathroom door. Okay. And you're just like, what the hell is that? This is so weird. Time. Yeah, it's not like a video. It's just like a picture ad. It's just that's what's censoring his like pooping, I guess. You know, like you're not watching the man like actually go. Instead you're seeing like
Can we take that off?
I don't know. How
much would the pay
his character model definitely has an ass because you see it when he's showering.
Yeah.
I don't know about the front part, but like there's definitely a butt.
Why not?
But it's so weird. It's also like really good looking, this game. Like it looks crazy good. Like all the faces.
Yeah. I've seen some people play it, and it looks really good.
Like I have the basic PS4. I don't have a PS4 Pro, and it looks great. You know, so like I couldn't imagine how much better it would look on PC or something. You know.
Yeah.
But like it's dope. It's a weird game. The story is super bizarre. You're really discouraged from like death is not a good thing in this game. Like it's a really bad thing. Like they don't want you to kill people because if people die, it causes a void out, which is like a massive explosion. It's like a terrorist attack, basically.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure with that explosion, it like I mean, I've seen like craters or whatever, and then that alone is just gonna make it harder for people to go through things.
Yeah, I'm sure. Right?
Yeah.
Also, here's a cool thing: you can dismantle anything that's like in the world, like like someone's structure. You could dismantle it if you want, but it won't affect them. It's just only in your world.
Your world.
Yeah. Okay. So I like that because it's like
that's good.
Don't fuck with
that would be fucked up.
I made.
If someone just like deleted your whole road. Even.
Yeah, dude, it's so cool because early on, the moment that the switch flipped in my head, man, was I was just like climbing this like really treacherous cliff, and I was like delivering packages, and I had like a pretty full capacity. So it's pretty heavy, so my balance is worse, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know how to get across here. And I just see a ladder that someone laid out that like reaches to the top.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you, Angel, whoever put this. And I used it, and I spammed like on it, 100 times. And gave them 100 likes. And I got to my destination, and I was so happy with that like on the way down, I put a rope so you could just zip down, and I left that there for people, and then that got 1 million. It's just like cycle of like helping each other out. There's like tough areas, like treacherous, steep things. After if I make it by myself and no one has helped out there, like no one did anything there, I'll leave stuff for people there. You know what I mean? Because I'm like,
it encourages you to do that,
right?
You get more likes and stuff.
You're
kind of like doing it for that reason, but like,
But also, it'll help someone else, like later.
And there's also that other thought too, where like it'll help someone else. Yeah.
It's cool. It's kind of like the ending of Nier Automata, but like the whole game.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
It's weird. It's like the game feels like a mix of that and like. Do you ever play Red Dead Redemption?
No. But
there's like this part when you're like just riding your horse to Mexico. And it's just you and your horse, and there's nothing else, and the music starts playing. It's this really cool scene. This game feels like that too, because it's just you most of the time, just trekking along, you know, and then as you're playing, just like a song by, you know, this band Low Roar or the Silent Poets or Churches, you know, like these bands, like random bands, their song will just start playing, and then it'll show up on the screen. It'll just say like, you know, whatever by the Churches, you know, by Churches, you know, and you're just like,
also Monster Energy.
That's your private room. You have to drink 3 of them. Make sure to drink 3. Okay. It's a crazy game. It's really fun.
I want to get it even more now because I was thinking about the whole like that whole thing would just remind me of Nier Automata, like the ending of Nier Automata the whole entire time, and it was like, oh wow, it's like that the whole entire time.
Yeah, I mean, like I took a break from it to finish Star Wars and Indivisible just because those are games I knew I could get through faster. You
could knock out your real quick.
Right, yeah. That's why I'm not going to, like, platinum Star Wars or whatever, because it's like...
It's whatever. Yeah, you could eventually... If you really wanted to, you could take care of that at some point.
Cool as that game is, it's just a game. Whereas, like, this is, like, a different thing. Like, you know... It's, like
it's what did he call it? Open Strand?
I think it's a social strand game.
Social strand game.
Yeah, I could be wrong. But, like, it's really...
He made his own genre.
But, I mean, I don't know how to describe it other than what... You know, like, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, though. Because that is
because you experienced it. Yeah.
It isn't like a... I don't know. I wouldn't call it,
it's
like, a
Minecraft.
third-person open-world adventure. That doesn't seem right. And it's not like a... You know, like it's not like a crafting or like, you know, building. Yeah, it's not Minecraft. You're not building structures for building structures. You're like, it's all about making deliveries. It's so weird. Yeah. And then now
it's a carrier game.
I'm at the point now where I'm delivering people.
Whoa.
Like so like this woman, the chiral printer. I literally thought it was this person's daughter for the longest time, but I think it's their wife. Anyway, they're like, hey, like. Her acting is actually really weird, but like she's like, hey, take me to this dude, you know, like I have to see him, I thought he was dead. And so you have to take her across this area, and it's like she gets in like a sleeping bag, basically. You put the sleeping bag on your back, and then like you're just walking with this lady. But like when you have a person on your back, you can't have any things on there, any items, you know. With all your other stuff, you could put like, you know, there's like a really safe spot in your backpack where, you know, that stuff gets protected, and then you put your like stuff that you don't need to be protected, like your own stuff, you know, like ladders and stuff. You put that on top of that stuff to kind of cover it up from rain and stuff. Rain's really bad in this game. Oh my god, when you find a fucking rain shelter that someone made when you're in the middle of a rainstorm, it's so nice because you're just like, oh, thank you, I could just take my break there, you know. And it heals it like heals the damage that's been done to your, like it shoots out this healing mist. So good.
That's cool. That's crazy.
Gotta pick it up.
Gotta pick it up now.
Oh, it's an interesting thing, dude. It's a weird, interesting thing.
Yeah. Damn, that's pretty intense. That's great. I love that so much.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Well, it is weird, but I love that. But I think that's all the time we have. We got Thanksgiving. Oh, happy Thanksgiving, by the way, and to everyone that's listening right now. I'll try to get this out before Thanksgiving, but
that's tomorrow, man.
We'll try. Yeah, I know.
Damn.
But either way, I'm gonna work on it as soon as we're done here.
Okay.
But thanks for listening to the Binch Bros podcast. You can find us on Facebook at binchbros.com/binchbros.
Oh, we have a Facebook?
Yeah, we've always had it. Also on Twitter at binchbros.pod. At binchbrospod. Yes.
Wait, try that again, just because that's confusing. The Twitter.
Twitter at binchbrospod. And I think that's it. There's no reason for us to have an Instagram or a Snapchat, which I still don't even use Snapchat on my own social media. You can find me at Kiyoshi Yorha on
Is that
Instagram
your at? You
and
change your at?
Twitter, yeah. And then for Facebook, I have a Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Queen Kiyoshi Yorha. And that's pretty much it. Do you have anything to plug in, June?
Yeah. Well, not this month, but I am working on a new project, which I'm excited for everyone to check out.
Talking about that project. Well, you talked about it like in chat once. I was like,
yeah. I'll probably plug that
later.
next month.
Okay.
But oh, and then eventually, actually, I will start having things to plug soon. Within the coming months, I will have things to plug for sure. Right now, I'm just gonna plug my Twitter, where you can follow me, JUNEMASTAJ. I have an Instagram. It's the same thing. My Instagram's for normies, so I don't post weird shit on there. Twitter gets real weird. That's cool.
Yeah.
If you like weird, go to Twitter. If you want to see vacation photos, go to Instagram.
Yeah.
My PlayStation's the same thing. June Master J, same thing. If you want to play games with me, I guess you can add me. I probably won't play games with you though. I probably won't. Just letting you know. I have my friends that I play games with. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, that'd be cool though. I mean, if you want to play some fighting games.
Yep. Go ahead.
You've been playing Mortal Kombat.
Kind of, not really. I kind of stopped quickly off.
Yeah, okay.
Quickly right after I got it on PlayStation.
Yeah, because gay icon Sindel just came out, and she's amazing.
Right, she came out Tuesday, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing with her. She's like my new main. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I love her to death. But so if you guys want to fight me in Mortal Kombat, like go ahead, do that.
I'm up. Twitch is another thing too. I think it's the same thing. I think I recently changed mine to Kiyoshi So twitch.tv/Kiyoshi I'm more not making any promises, but I'm probably gonna be on there streaming my Pokemon Shinies, and also probably gonna be playing those other games I mentioned today.
How do you stream on your Switch? Is it the same sort of thing? Is there just a streaming
I use the
option?
Elgato. There's an Elgato. I use my Elgato and it goes through.
Gotcha.
But yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody. It was great. We'll see you guys next month. Bye.